Hi, my name is Joya Humphreys, and I'm doing my presentation on the 3 different types of competitive fitness. How many of you guys are involved in any type of fitness? If you're not already involved, maybe after being more informed and learning more about it, you may become more interested. Fitness is a good way to express yourself in a way that makes you feel good. Seeing people live a healthy lifestyle is one of the best feelings. Now we're going to talk about the 3 different types of competitive fitness. The first type is bodybuilding, powerlifting, and CrossFit. Bodybuilding is used to strengthen and enlarge the muscles of the body. When we talk about bodybuilding, we want to think about these 4 words: isolation lifts, symmetry, muscularity, and conditioned. When you're training to be a bodybuilder, you want to focus on your entire body. You're going to focus on your chest, and for your chest, you're going to do exercises like the bench press. Your back, you're going to do exercises like a pull down, like on a machine. And then for your arms, you're going to focus on your biceps and your triceps. For shoulders, there's a lot of different exercises. You can do like arm extensions to the front or to the side. And then for legs, you're going to do things like squat, leg extensions, and calf raises. And then for your abs, you can vary to whatever you like best for your abs. When you're bodybuilding, you also have to think about what to eat. It's very important to be on a strict diet to see more results. Just like working out's hard, eating hard is also hard work and dedication. If you want to gain weight, you must approach eating the same way you approach your workouts. So you must not miss a meal as well as not missing a workout. Gaining weight is just as hard as losing weight because you have to stick to a set plan. You should have about 6 meals a day for every 2 to 3 hours while writing them down beforehand. So at the beginning of the week, you want to sit down and write down each meal for the entire week. So that way you can stick more to your plan and you don't try and like go and eat something unhealthy because you don't have a plan in front of you. Also, it's really important to try and eat around the same times every day to be on a set schedule. And calories will vary depending on your weight and height, and also like what your goals, like what you're trying to accomplish. But while trying to gain weight, you should meet these 3 goals: 50% protein, 45 to 40% carbs, and 10 to 15% fat. And this all was found at bodybuilding.com. Phil Heath was one of the best known bodybuilders. He's won several competitions throughout the world for his physique and has only been doing it for 9 years and started his career only 2.5 years in from picking up his first weight. And as you can see, he's very fit in these pictures. The next type of competitive fitness we're going to talk about is powerlifting. Competitive lifting is based on 3 main lifts. And these key words are squat, bench, and deadlift. For those of you guys that don't know, these are all done with a 45-pound bar. And if you can't lift 45 pounds, they would be done with like a free weight. But the squat is done behind your head, and then the bench is done laying on a bench with the 45-pound bar, and then the deadlift is done standing up. Andre is best known for his world record squat of 993 pounds, and he also uses his knee wraps for support. Benedict has a world record deadlift of 1,015 pounds, and he is the first and only man to deadlift over 1,000 pounds without using any equipment. Also, powerlifters do have to focus on their diet. 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, and 100 grams of healthy fat is usually the daily intake. They try to have at least 5 meals per day, and drinking water throughout the day and also first thing in the morning is one of the best things that you can do. And they tend to eat a lot more food and more protein and carbs than bodybuilders. And this was found at powerlifter.com. The third competitive fitness we're going to talk about is CrossFit. And this is competitive lifting in a form of physical exercise. And the 3 key words would be repetition, conditioned, and circuit training. Brian is well known for his CrossFit. As you can see, he's very fit. CrossFit tend to not focus on how big their muscles are, but how toned they are, and they focus a lot on their diets. As you can see, they eat 30% of protein, 40% of carbs, 30% fat. They eat a lot of vegetables and things like greens, lean meats, nuts, seeds, and little starch, and absolutely no sugar. And this was found at CrossFit.com. Of course, there are some risks to these three competitive fitnesses. So for bodybuilding, there's muscular adhesion and scar tissue formation. Powerlifting is back problems and knee problems, and it tends to lead to serious injuries because of the extreme volumes of weight they are lifting. And then with CrossFit, there's a lot of shoulder problems. And according to TNation.com, 70% of CrossFit athletes will be out for over a week at a time due to these issues. And of course, along with the risks, there are ways to prevent them. For CrossFit, to begin with fundamental classes with an experienced coach, someone that has been in the CrossFit field for a while and knows what they're talking about, will definitely help you not get injuries as often. And with powerlifting, if you listen to your body by using trial and error to know what to do and not what to do, you can avoid the back problems and the knee issues. And then for bodybuilding, 5 minutes of warm-up, they say, before you actually do your workout, can help the blood flow, and also by riding a bike for 5 minutes or doing additional sets of lifting to warm up before actually doing your heavy weight. So those are the three different types of fitness. I hope everyone has learned at least one thing throughout my speech. Each person in their body is different, so one fitness might work for you but not somebody else, but there is something that will work for everyone. For me, I have found that it's a trial and error to find what fits you best. I have found that bodybuilding is something that works for me to gain muscle and to continue to be fit. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. And this is my audience.